Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 3 Game of Thrones with me, Papa Omega, and King Rhaegar Targaryen, the Wolf. He's 68 years old now. He's a widower, but we are planning to go on a pilgrimage. Hopefully we are going to find some inner peace. We've already fulfilled some of our life goals, like building the walls at the Red Keep and rebuilding the Targaryen dynasty. Currently 25 people of our dynasty are living. But let's hope we can get 26. Let's hope that we can get what's it called? Patriarch? Is it Patriarch? Yeah, Patriarch trait, and that we can find some more happiness in our life now that our beloved soulmate and love Queen Lyanna died. Now, our daughter Lyanna, named after her mother, is comes of age. She became a dutiful captain, trained fighter, and reckless. Interesting. She's also wounded immediately. That's great, but her health is fine. We need to find her a spouse. Lord Kendron of the Westerlands. Tempered, lazy, gregarious, and brave. So lazy and brave sounds like an interesting combination. So lazy and brave. Master Donal of Rustford. Wyman Goldfellow. Ambitious, stubborn, lazy, and brave. Master Vio is a bit too old. Lazy, brave, forgiving. Considering she is gregarious. Lazy, brave, honorable. Empress, would you marry her? You would. What's your faith? You're a lowborn. Faith of the Seven. Dornish. Okay, I think that is a good match. So we are going to hopefully get children soon. As I said, 25 living members at this point, and we are planning to go on a pilgrimage, but we need more money, because unfortunately it is really expensive. Escape to Summerhall. I actually don't know where Summerhall is. I'm not entirely sure if we can search. Go to location. Okay, we're getting court traits. Find title. Ruin of Summerhall. Where are you? Over here. Summerhall. Abandoned Warsaw ruins and renowned ruin. Okay, restored. Wow, that's actually pretty good. Restored large-sized ruin. That could be an interesting project for ourselves as well, to try to restore Summerhall. Does it have a description? I think so. What is now just a mere rubble and run-down walls was once held with praise and admiration, or perhaps its fall is what gave it its reputation as a tragedy. People seem to be more willing to assist in the reconstruction efforts. Inspired person can be sponsored. You want to forge me a crown? Okay. Let's sponsor that. Let's actually hold the court. We'll see what people want from us. So first, my guest Matthias approaches my throne with a smirk on his face. Greetings, Your Majesty. During my recent trip to High Chiefdom of Stalkingshore, I learned some fascinating tidbits about several of High Chieftain's ice-boar subjects. I would be happy to share those with you for a price. Nobody extorts me in front of my court. Begone, rumor monger. I recognize the next set of petitioners immediately. They are Lord Franklin of Raventree and Lady Shara of Stonehenge, a pair that are well known for their intense rivalry. Worryingly, they are not arguing with each other. My lord, begins Lord Franklin of Raventree, we have set aside our differences in order to warn you that the realm is seething with discord over your foreign ways and manners. It would not do for a good Riverlander, such as myself and Lady Shara, to be ruled over by a heathen. We must adopt Riverlander immediately. Shara, I am not your enemy, he is. Perhaps you'd back those words up with steel? They are intimidated. Yeah. Let's intimidate them. Contractual compromise. Lord Paramount Balon boldly steps forward and, without providing any context, proceeds in hushed tones. I would be willing to overlook my grievances if you were to revise my contractual obligations to the crown. Though rumored to be a fulcrum for traitorous desires of greater autonomy in the Iron Throne, surely this is a charge Balon would never publicly admit to. I accept, though it pains me. So you are plotting against me. Seize him. Come, Balon, forget the others. Liberty faction is dismantled. See sense. Neighbor will do you no good. You play a dangerous game, Lord Paramount. Well, we'll try to make him see sense. 44% chance we succeed. Nope, we failed. Okay, well, he is alone in the faction, so it's nothing dangerous, but... Scheme at court. It's just this guy. Why are they so mad at me? Too many duchies, High Crown of Fortune, peace, all scriptures zealous. More schemes at court. A child of my dynasty. Nice, Princess Lyanna. Let's name him Aegon. And Princess Lyanna. No, that's Princess Arya. Yeah, we have to do it this way. I always forget, but now I learned. Do we have anyone in our dynasty who is not betrothed? No, but we have to keep monitoring it. And if we have that possibility, we'll reach out to it. Successors squabble. Prince Valerian and Lord Paramount Arnold's relationship may have started out as one of animosity and spite, but under my guidance they learned how to understand and trust each other. They become friends. Nice. Careful fostering of these attributes has led to the creation of a strong friendship between them. A secret exposed. Extramarital affairs. Well, that doesn't really bother us, but we want to go on a pilgrimage. So, attempt a suicide. Nope. Let's go on a pilgrimage. It's going to be a pious pilgrimage because we're looking for a solace. Intermediate distance, unvisited holy site. Respectable distance. Okay, and only one dangerous area. Okay, that's a hill. That could work. Pilgrim. Contemplative. You are patient. Obligatory. Okay, fidelity then. With glad heart and goodwill, we are set to see the sacred places of this earth. And what is this? Pomp. Humble. Bring no one from your court, making travel dangerous. You join a train of 7 random pilgrims, more piety earned on completion. Appropriate. You bring bodyguards or good knights and perhaps a friend. Ceremonial. You also bring attendants and pyre hanger-ons. Up to 10 random pilgrims. Pomp. Throng. Up to 20 random pilgrims. Well, I'm tempted to go with humble. But we're gonna go with appropriate. So the cost is going to be 330. Reflection. You've adopted a mindful approach to the journey and will be looking for opportunities to relieve stress. Zealotry. We are firm in our beliefs and will be looking for opportunity to share our conviction. Now let's go with reflection. We want to reflect on our life. So we're starting on our trip. But before we go, well, actually we already went, but before we go, I wanted to upgrade the stables to hay barracks, giving us more bonus to the cavalry. Pilgrimage, a rude story. Passing by a campfire, a pilgrim from another entourage is telling a story he once heard about the king of these lands, the raucous laughter. As he notices my hesitation, the storyteller looks at me reassuringly. Don't worry, my lord, this is surely about some other high and mighty nobleman. Really now, tell me more of this king. They used to distress. Carts, fetch my whip. Perhaps it is time I found others to travel with. Okay, let's start to travel with other people. Reflections, starry skies. Out here, late at night, I sometimes look at the stars and wonder, what is our purpose in life? Can the 7 who are one even see me this far away from home? What am I doing all this for? It is my sacred duty, of course. Pilgrimage becomes more pious. What I truly want is to enjoy and experience other cultures. Secular pilgrimage. I do no more than what is required in my position. No, I guess this one is hard because none of these is where we're doing it, but the pious one is probably the closest one to our goal. A haunted manor. As we walk down the halls of the manor in Rosebery, Tommen turns to me. They say this part of the estate is haunted, my lord. I hesitantly look around. The hall is a bit darker than I would have expected. candles flickering at their posts. When we stop at the old dining hall, Tommen turns to me again, this time with a grin. Would you like a tour of the haunted manor? Oh, intriguing. Haunted manor, a way forward. We're walking down a dark and deserted hallway. The few furnishings we come across are all covered up with sheets, adding to the ghostly atmosphere. Was that a rat? I hurry to catch up to my entourage. Tommen turns to face us, squinting as he utters the words. And through here, my lords and ladies. Let us stick to the route. Now, what's this nook over here? Safe and sound. I fumble in the darkness, doing my best to ignore the slight sense of panic that the darkness invokes in me. I hurry through the next doorway, trying to find the group, and suddenly a large dark shape comes swooshing down on top of me. I let out a shriek of surprise. When I come to my senses, I found the group standing in the room I just entered. Tommen has trouble breathing through the laughter and points at me. My lord, did you have a good time? You knave. We heard him. Ah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, I guess. Inspiration, considered opinion. My metalsmith Aiden updates me on his progress, droning on about the limits of mold and bellows as my mind reels with bold ideas for my crown. Making may not be my personal forte, but that doesn't mean I can't have a say in how my money is spent. I have a few suggestions. Have you considered this angle? Have you considered this angle? The more the merrier. I'm plodding along in this lengthy procession towards the Star Recept and thinking of the comforts I left in the Red Keep when I hear my name shouted from the rear. My friend Corin dashes up to me and exclaims, King Rhaegar, what luck that we journey towards this very same holy site. Would you care for some company on this long and lonely path to the Star Recept? Wow, this is Corin, the son of wolves. He's 26 now. Compassionate, diligent, generous, brave, skilled tactician, a dull but a trained fighter. He was our ward for a while. Damn, he turned out nice. Danger, a quarrelsome lot. As we trek through the swan skin, our caravan has stopped at a clearing bordered by leafy bushes. I proceed towards the commotion, only to find Ariel and Viserys having an irate row. I'll have no more of your idiocy, you big gulling churl. Ariel stamps his foot in the dirt. You're the one who has whined on this entire journey, squealing, "Are we there yet?" at every crossroad, Viserys retorts. Come now, you surely can make amends. Again, entourage mediator. Okay, 99% chance we do it right. The more the merrier. Corin and I spend the remainder of the day's journey chatting about this and that, intrigues and jests, battles and lovers, old friends and the new. We are in the midst of riveting conversation when a tired shout comes from the head of the column. We may camp here. Corin looks over at me with a sly grin on his face and says, Finally, although how about a short detour before setting up a camp? Long day journeys can make a man thirsty. Liquid refreshment sounds divine. You go on ahead. You go on ahead. Reflections, a calm clearing. Here in the quietness of the Ouden Keep roadside, I feel an overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility wash over me like none I've experienced before. Just beyond a small ridge, I see a clearing off the side of the path where neither man nor beast seems to have entered in decades. I can feel the seven who were once present here, and perhaps I ought to linger here in quiet contemplation for a while. This is the seven who were once will, or we mustn't delay. Well, I think we can linger here. We're not in a hurry to go anywhere anyway. So let us just delay for a bit and enjoy ourselves some peace and tranquility. Pilgrimage. Critical Piku. Along the pilgrim's path, I see many wanderers, those who have abandoned the world and freed themselves from all worldly attachments. Today, an elderly wanderer eyes my entourage as he walks beside me. You bring too much with you. To achieve enlightenment, you must cast off your worldly possessions like me and travel in naught but simple robes. I can manage that, at least for this journey. But my tent, my blankets, is it too much? I'm not ready. No, we're not gonna cast it off. We're a king, so we need to have... I'm not gonna die of cold here. Pilgrimage, the scenic route. The spiritual journey has grind to a literal halt. My caravan master Ariel is looking around frantically, searching for the way forward, and people are starting to notice. Ariel's face shifts to a grey nuance as he turns his gaze towards me, looking for answers as to what to do next. We shall let the Father above guide the way. Let us enjoy the Seven Who Are One's creation for a while longer. Now you get to ask for directions. Well, we can delay it by 3 months, but we gain accepting for 5 years. We become more pious. And Io gains opinion of us. Okay, let's stay longer. Actually, who is our regent at this point? Because we do not have one. We do not have a spouse. So who is the regent? Wait, are we already trying to go back? Yeah, we're already going back. Inspiration, a fellow connoisseur. My vassal master Edmund accosts me. Well met, liege. I've heard tell of your patronage of Aiden the metalsmith. They say he is forging a crown worthy of a king. Please take this and give it to him. I wouldn't want to miss the chance to aid in creation of a masterpiece. How generous. How generous. A scheme at court? Well, we know about that one. Rhaegar Targaryen gained a trait. Still 26 living members. Aegon is the youngest one, not betrothed to anyone. Or wait, we're not... No, we're still not there. Okay, cool. I thought that we might have been going back. Is there someone over here? Well, we are here. It's kind of weird. Pilgrimage, a matter of safety. I've had this nagging sensation for a while now. My pilgrimage has turned out to be more hazardous than I anticipated. Or maybe I simply haven't endured enough trials to prove myself worthy of the Father's above protection just yet. I have, however, spotted a few impressive individuals in the local settlement of Appleby who would surely improve the safety of the pilgrimage in a hands-on manner. Maynard seems like a fine specimen. No, I have faith in the 7. No, I have faith in the 7. Yeah. Reflections, a beastly omen. As we make our way down this holy road we travel, we are suddenly made to stop as a beast steps out right into the middle of our path. A humble stag stares at our holy caravan. There is something of a knowing look on the beast's face, as if the mind of an old wise man resides behind those feral eyes. He blinks and then carries on his way. The stag is a messenger from the 7 who are one. Follow him. We can't be distracted. Follow him. You lost the stag, okay. Well, but, you know, we still going... Oh no, we gained the trait ill. For our health is poor, but we have a lot of bonuses. Pilgrimage to Arrival. I'm finally here, body and soul, at the great sept of the starry sept. As the Septon offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had happened for the 7 who are one to bring me here at this moment in time. I have walked the holy path. We gain the trait Pilgrim, and everyone in our entourage gains the trait Pilgrim, and we lose 10 stress. So now we're here. A pilgrim puts down a votive doll before the altar, bowing her head. I see Alfred blessing her and muttering something in her ear. Holy, I manage to hear. The Septon makes a gesture. Do you also bring something to have blessed, dear king? Please make my prize bowl more pious. Let everyone see the fame of my prize bowl. Better things. Make my prize bowl more pious. I have no idea what that means, but okay. 3 months, okay. Nosewise, feet and paw. It has become a habit to walk nosewise daily, and I am not sure which of us enjoy the fresh air and sun the most. Nosewise bounds ahead and looks back at me and barks, as if to say, catch up. Okay, we gain walking dog for another 10 years, which is great. That's gonna help with the health. Okay, we're no longer ill. Good. The Pilgrim's Guide. The markets of the Starry Sept are bustling with merchants, shouting in languages that I have never heard and selling spices that I have never tasted. The Guide of the Pilgrim. Learn the safest routes. Discover the marvels of the Starry Sept. One of them yells, waving a small book in my direction. I'll take one. We become a local expert. Let me take a look. Ah, and if you take this turn, we become local expert and more pious. 20% chance we get extra diplomacy. Okay. We're close to tier 3. Scheme discovered, which gives us Pilgrim trait experience. Okay. Still got 34 days to do it. We read the communal prayer, getting piety. The echo of my own footsteps is the only sound in the sept. I am alone. The last thing I remember from the outside world is the face of those beggars near the gate, and the blue, blue sky, so distant now. I walk towards the altar knowing that it's only me, and yet I feel under an unyielding scrutiny. The severe eyes of the 7 who are one are always wide open. Time to pray? Look at those arches. Beautiful. Okay. I should make an offering. Well, this makes us more pious and get us 20 extra trait experience. So we're gonna go with that. Scheme at court. I wonder what the... do we have the... Yeah, we have the Pilgrim here. And the level 1 gives learning. And the level 2 gives learning plus 2, Manfred Piety. Salads. Okay. Pardon me. Inspiration realized. Oh, nice! Pardon me. We got illustrious headgear Targaryen crown. This is lovely. Finally we got a crown worthy of Rhaegar. Sorry for the cut, I had something in my throat. Had to drink some water to clear it off. So pilgrimage conclusion. As our time at this sacred site draws to an end, I'm ecstatic that this pilgrimage has been one of, if not the most devoted pilgrimages through all time. The Father above is smiling at me. This being my first pilgrimage, and while no pilgrimage is exactly alike, I feel confident that I'm more familiar with what to expect from this type of spiritual journey in the future. Old Town, it has been an honor. We gained 947 piety and 40 trade experience in the experienced pilgrim trait. Nice. And we can finish the pilgrimage. And I guess we're gonna go back now. And it's just gonna be the travel. And we get a new perk. So Flatterer. Different scheme power plus 30. Chivalry is alive. While traveling through Highgarden, we run into some Reachman Knights. They are deeply respectful and apparently huge lovers of poetry, as they insist on reciting it at every chance they get. The code of conduct they follow has several merits, and I can't help but admire it. One of the knights, Henley, in particular, is impressive. Is he a poet? No, he is not. Let's become personally chivalrous. We are what's it called? I always forget. Gallant. We are gallant, so this is going well with that. A secret exposed, we don't mind. Decision available, consecrate bloodline. Saying goodbye. No, Miles Mouton has died. My best friend. Everybody is leaving us. There is a deep and endless hole in my heart. Miles was a constant companion and confidant, and to have him ripped from my life feels like a mortal wound from which I will never recover. My hand clasps a note he gave me, the last note he will ever give me, I realized bitterly. I try to read it, but all I can do is move it away from my face, that the precarious words contained within it are not washed away by my tears. Though there is a crowd of many mourners around me, I've never felt so alone. I will never forget this day. I need to be strong and move forward. Ongoing heartache. Well, no, I will never forget this day. We might gain the trait melancholic, and we did. Which is not great. Moderate penalty to health. Well, we're still feeling fine, but it is a penalty. Let's help the middleman, and we are back. So, it's good to be home. We traveled... Doesn't tell us. But we traveled quite a lot, and now it's time for our reward. We are going to unequip the crown and equip the Targaryen crown, which is much, much better. And we are going to rename this one to Rhaegar's old crown and name this one Finally, we have gotten the crown we deserve. Unfortunately, it's in the zenith of our life, but we have gained it nonetheless. So let us invest into the Red Keep to get the courier stations, which will increase the station heavy cavalry damage, which I believe is already going pretty high. 160 and 45, yeah, 265 and 85. These guys are unbelievable. We are making them... Yeah, and we need to increase their sizes. I'm gonna increase them to size 6 next gens I have, because they are amazing. We've done so much for them, yet they are such a small group. So let's make sure that's gonna change. And the... Why is the King Aerys host so small? Huh. It's a bit weird, but okay. Anyway, that's all for this episode. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. King Rhaegar is 70. Hey! Hold on. We got Tinara now, and she has no one, which is a bastard? How's her you? Wait, what? I want you to... Huh, that's weird. Yeah, I have a feeling, yep, she is a bastard, unfortunately. Well, we are going to legitimize her. What is the nickname? Yeah, she's Tinara Flowers. I'm supposed to check that. No, she's now Rhaegar Targaryen. We will not have any bastards carrying our blood. They will all be a part of us, part of our dynasty. Lyanna also has a child. Nice. And Princess Daenerys is 16, betrothed to Prince Valerian. So we're gonna start seeing first children of the next, yeah, Viserys and Aemma also in a couple of years. Aemma of Skirne, Rhaegar of Starpike. Arranged marriage, well, we'll see how it's gonna go, but yeah, we are preparing for our grandchildren, basically. These are our children, these are our grandchildren. So, grandchildren, hopefully we'll see some.